I'm back. Hey, what it is, man. Check this out. It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing back at you with another one, man. Took some time off. Gonna take some more time off, man. The summer is very hard for me, man. I got a lot of things planned for me and my daughter, so I just do this when I can. But check this out, man. Check these tweets out. We gotta talk about these tweets, man. Listen. Jake Paul, shout out to Nate Robinson. The NBA player had more courage than most of these fighters. Hashtag Tommy Fumbles 2K to someone who will retweet this. So if you broke, there's something for you to retweet. All right. So in this next tweet, actually, it's more to it. So let me pull that up. Fury received a termination notice. MVP did everything everything he could to help him and his team. He wasn't interested. He literally went to hide. And second time in a row, he's pulled out. Second time in a row, I'm going to step up and take a new opponent on short notice August 6th at Madison Square Garden. Tommy Fury then says, I'm gutted and disappointed in regards to the issues faced with the entry to the USA. This is something myself or my team could have never anticipated happening. The situation being left with my lawyers as being denied entry to a country is obviously a serious issue and needs to subsequently be resolved. I am confident this fight will happen when this issue gets resolved. All right, so let me give my input on it. First and foremost, man, listen, I don't care what nobody said. I'm a fan of Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul. I like what he's doing. I don't care what nobody, like, everybody has something bad to say, but this dude is actually, he tried again to give us the fight we've been wanting. I was interested in seeing him versus Tommy Fury. I thought that was going to be a very interesting matchup, and you know, Tommy Fury is undefeated, 9-0 with 5 knockouts, I believe, or something like that. I was interested in it. The first time they were supposed to make the fight, they were scheduled to fight in December. Tommy pulled out with the injury that we got no proof on. So a lot of people think that Tommy pulled out because of the pressure that was brought to him on facing Jake Paul. Now, Tommy yet again pulls out with this situation. And truth, like, here's the thing, bro. Like, maybe he's telling the truth, maybe he's not. I do know that the whole, like, his brothers, they're under radar and all this type of stuff. Forgive me for not doing my research on the whole issue with Tommy, but this is just my issue with this situation. And again, we can't blame Jake Paul. Jake Paul is actually trying to get these fights. So now he's fighting Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim Rahman Jr. I think his last fight he got stopped, which was by Tommy Morrison's son. I think that was recently. I want to say that was like recently or whatnot. So I don't even know how Hasim Rahman is allowed to fight Jake Paul, because I want to say that fight happened recently with Hasim Rahman versus Tommy Morrison's son. But regardless, this fight is now being made. Hasim Rahman versus Jake Paul. Hasim Rahman with the record of 12-1 with 6 knockouts. I mean, hey, it's a step in the. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Again, we cannot expect Jake Paul to fight the likes of a damn Alexander Usyk or Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. We can't expect for him to fight these guys, bro. Because it wouldn't even. Now that's something that I wouldn't be interested in. We asked to see him in there with a boxer, and now he's in there with the boxer. The son of a Hall of Famer. For y'all that don't know, who live on the rock or just don't follow the sport of boxing, Hasim Rahman Jr. is the son of Hasim Rahman, who is a very, very well-established heavyweight, was a very well-established heavyweight champion, man. Had his infamous run-in with Lennox Lewis, got the victory over Lennox Lewis, and then Lennox Lewis, of course, came back into the bench, just lost. But Hasim Rahman, man, his son, the first time I saw his son, actually the first time I saw his sons was on the whole All Access Mayweather versus Maidana. When, who was that? I can't think of the dude's name from the UK. He was trying to spar he was trying to spar Ishe Smith, and Hasim Rahman's son, not Junior, but his other son, his younger son, was like, nah, you can't even get past me, and the dude ended up whooping on Hasim Rahman Jr.'s brother, and then Hasim Rahman was like, nah, you gotta spar with me. The same day, he ended up pecking on dude, and they ended up, like, Hasim Rahman ended up suing Mayweather for whatever reason. That was my first time really seeing them. But regardless, man, I think this is a good fight. I think it's an interesting matchup. It's just a step in the right direction for Jake Paul. Jake Paul knows how to sell himself, and again, that's what a lot of these boxers need. A lot of you guys get upset with Jake Paul. Why does he make all this money and he's just now boxing? Listen, boxing is first and foremost, boxing is a business. Jake Paul is bringing his fans to watch him, so he deserves the millions that he gets. These are his fans. All right. The problem is a lot of these guys that are boxing, they don't want to promote themselves, and so they barely got. I don't want to call guys out, but it's like these guys barely get seen and barely get heard, and easy to be forgotten about. And you guys want to sit here and say, well, Jake Paul, it's not fair that we've been boxing all our lives and we get this amount of money. Jake Paul just comes in the sport. Like, bro, boxing is not like working at Walmart. Boxing is not like your 9 to 5, where I can understand if you've been working at Walmart for X amount of years and then a new employee comes in and all of a sudden gets paid way more money than you, then you should have an issue. Boxing is a business. Jake Paul is bringing his fan base to the sport. His fan base is supporting him. Yes, he deserves that money. I have no problem with that at all. He just made a video recent, like 25-minute video. It's like it was a video of him making fun of Tommy Fury. It's actually funny. 3 days, like what was it, 2 or 3 days? It's already at 1.3 million views. This dude is promoting the hell out of himself and doing a damn good job at it. And the title of it is something like Jake Paul, this is my biggest test. And I mean, he like it's kind of funny. He's making fun of Tommy Fury and his wife. It was to promote the fight. Obviously, the fight is not going on anymore. But that was it was very good, very good promotion by Jake Paul. But again, this is him promoting himself. This is what you guys have to do. And for those that have an issue with it, well, get out there and promote yourselves more. You got all these guys that don't like to do that. But regardless, man, let me put this back on time. On Jake Paul, bro. Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman. Very good fight. We actually get to see Jake Paul in there with an actual boxer. And not just a boxer that's won, and he's 12-1. Yes, he is coming off of a loss, but this is a test. This is still a very big test for Jake Paul that I'm very interested in. Shout out to Hasim Rahman for stepping up. I heard Jake Paul was trying to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I would have loved to see that. Maybe that fight comes next. I kind of think that Jake Paul is off the ball of Tommy Fury, man. So he calls him Tommy Furry. It's funny, but let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about Jake Paul and Hasim Rahman. Let me know what you like, comment, subscribe, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. But what do I know?